Hello guys, and welcome back to another Dokkan video, and don't go anywhere because in this video I will be going over my top 5 favorite non-Dokkan Fest exclusive units. Now, before I quickly go in and head in there, I need to let you guys know, just a quick disclaimer, these are my top 5 favorite units. So this is not like the top 5 hardest hitting or the top 5 defensive or top 5 best overall. This is just my opinion, and because of this everybody will have a different top 5 list. This is just my top 5. Obviously maybe in the comments you can let me know your top 5, see how they're different, see maybe we have some similarities. And without further ado, I am going to go in with the start of my top 5. Okay, for number 5 we have the Strength Final Form Frieza from the 250 million download celebration banner. Now, this guy is the personification of damage, holy hell. He came out when he didn't really have any of these categories, so the only place you could really run him was on like 120% mono team. But still, even with that, he did so much damage. Let's get into what makes him so good. Okay, firstly, his passive. 80% attack and defense, plus an additional 100% when he's attacked first. Now, this is amazing, but it's a bit RNG at the same time, because if they don't attack in that first slot, then he's missing out a lot of his passive, and then he just becomes like an above average unit, I would say. And he even greatly raises attack when he does super attack, so he's just pure damage. Now the categories I like to run him in mainly is, you would like to see him on maybe the transformation boost with Terrifying Conquerors on Strength Coolest team. Planet Namek Saga has not been really fleshed out as much. Hopefully when they go back to the Namek Saga, you know, we get some more units from there, but it may be the end for this guy. Wicked Bloodline, he's fine as well, and probably not on the Explosion of Anger and Diabolical Villains. Now what makes him so good is, let's have a look at his links, which is easier to see on this website here. So as you can see here, look how good those links are, dude. Prodigies, Big Bad Bosses, Universe Most Malevolent, Shocking Speed, Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Fierce Battle. He has no bad links. Like, all these links can be considered top tier. None of them are waste slots. His linking partners, he has some amazing linking partners. Physical Final Form Cooler, he shares 6 links with, and this guy is due for either a new card or his own Easy A later down the line as well, which just adds more on to how good this unit is. Goes well with the Frieza. He was the leader for him when he first came out, because there was no Most Malevolent, there was no transformation boost, so you had to, you know, do with what you had. And he links well with the LR as well, sharing 5 links, which is amazing. The one problem I do have with this guy is that he does really well with Strength Cooler, but if you have Strength Cooler and you're running a Strength Cooler team, it's really hard to justify taking this guy, I'm afraid. Like, the Transformation Boost Terrifying Conquerors team has so many top tier units. It probably is the best category or combination of category in that entire game, so it doesn't fit entirely in there. So the next place I would look to is on AGL Metal Cooler's team, which, yes, he does amazing there as well. Just Metal Cooler as the leader just let them down a bit. Not the best leader. But yeah, other than that, amazing unit. I use it quite a bit, to be honest. This unit is really good for getting quick damage out, and if you like speedrunning any event, it is RNG, I'll tell you that. You need to get hit first, but he can get upwards of about 2.5 million attack, no support on rotation, but then upwards to 3 million attack with some support. This guy is really good. Will he last though? Probably not. When they go back to the Planet Namek Saga category, when they're finished going over all these categories and all these sagas little by little, they will come back to this, and more than likely we will probably get a new Final Form Frieza. Will this be an LR Frieza? Will this be like, a Dokkan Fest exclusive Final Form Frieza? I don't know. So for now, he's amazing to run. If you haven't tried him out, if you don't use him often, do really give him a go. Give him a good linking partner from this website, and trust me, he is amazing. Yeah, but that is my number 5 Strength Final Form Frieza. And on to number 4. Okay, for number 4, I have got Extreme Int Metal Cooler. Now, this guy would probably still be my number 4 even if he did not get his EZA, but since he's gotten his EZA, oh my god. I use this guy on so much teams, and I will get into that right now. Quickly going over the unit. Super attack, he does screen damage, massively low defense, not too much, but the main thing about him is he is mainly a support unit. Now, gives himself attack and defense 50%, that's alright. But here, all allies attack 30%. Now this is for super and extreme, but if it's for extreme, he does give E+3 and defense 40%. Now this guy is like close to being like a Turles for extreme units, which is amazing. Because even though this guy supports, he still gets up to like 1.3 to like 1.5 mil attack stats as a support unit, which in this day and age still is incredible. I use this guy on so much teams. Look, Resurrected Warriors he fits on perfectly, movie bosses he fits on perfectly. Not Wicked Bloodline, I'll get into that. Artificial Life Forms, he is amazing. Terrifying Conquerors, Target Goku, Revenge. Any team he can fit on, his support passive is just too good. If you're running extremes on those teams, like Revenge for instance, yeah, it's ran by the AGL Bardock, but honestly you can have a rotation of LR Baby with the Int Metal Cooler, you can put the LR Int Metal Cooler Army with the LR Metal Cooler. You know, you can just have so much fun with the unit, and it is amazing to run. Now, going into the links, I'm afraid this is where, you know, this unit gets hurt a bit, because his links aren't exactly the best. If you look at who he links up with now, like, yeah, he's going to link up with the LR, which is really good, really fun rotation, by the way. If you haven't tried this rotation out, do please give it a try. You will have incredible fun, really key consistent, amazing. But other than that, you know, who else would you really link him with? So he shares, you know, a few links with Super 17, but since his passive is so good, honestly, his links are just a bonus. Like, his links just give a little bit extra. Now, at the moment, he cannot be used on the Wicked Bloodline team because he does share a name with the leader, which is extremely unfortunate. I don't know why this guy isn't called Metal Cooler with a big bracket, big Getty star, because of the transformation, like the giant ape forms. Honestly, this guy is better, I will say it now. Having this support passive just makes this guy kind of redundant, which is a shame. I have got this guy Rainbow, but I just end up using this guy way much more. What does this mean though? This means when we do get another Wicked Bloodline leader, maybe a new Final Form Cooler, maybe Final Form Freeze or something, this guy will fit perfectly on that team. And this guy is going to be here for a while, guys, because we've got a non-DFE Metal Cooler, we've got a DFE Metal Cooler, and we have got the LR Metal Cooler as well. So I think they are done with making Metal Coolers for a while, so this guy is here to stay, and I'm going to continue using him. If you don't use him often, do give him a try. He's really good. He does consistent damage even when supporting your units, making them stronger, and also he helps a lot in speedruns. But yeah, that is my number 4 choice, and I will get into number 3. And number 3 is a bit mixed up because I have got 2 units for number 3, and you'll find out in a second, guys. Okay, for number 3 we have these 2 units which are newly came to Global and JP, which are the Awakenings for the movie Hero Super Saiyan Blue units from the Resurrection of F movie. Now these units are amazing. If you haven't used them, you will want to use them after this, let me just tell you that. Now they share pretty much the exact same passive, close to the same link skill, close to the same categories. The only difference, the leader skills, Worthy Rivals 120% leader, and Bond of Master and Disciple 20% leader, and this guy has Kamehameha link, and this guy has Prodigies. But let me get into what they exactly do now. Okay, first of all, look at the passive. Attack and defense 20% per key sphere obtained, plus an additional attack and defense 10% if it's a physical key sphere. This guy does the same but for tech, so everything I talk about physical for this guy, he does for tech. But look, now that would be amazing by itself, amazing. But then look at this, he changes key spheres to physical. Like, he is a nuker and so is he, but they change orbs to their correct nuking type. Like, they nuke off any orb, but they get an extra boost off their own orbs which they change, which is incredible. Now, what makes these units even more crazy is they both raise attack and defense on super. They both infinitely stack attack and defense. What does this mean? This means LGE, Infinite Dragon Ball history, any really hard long Dokkan event, these units are going to be fine. What I like to do is I like to put them both on a rotation every time, because if you check the links, these are the links for Vegeta, but look at these links. They share 6 links. That's what, 50% attack, 2 key. Resurrection F link lets them down a bit, but honestly, with 50% attack and 2 key, that with orb changing, both of them orb changing, the rotation is ridiculous. It's one of my most favourite rotations to use in the game sometimes. Just always fun, because sometimes we have more physical orbs on the field. So this guy I'll super first with, and then there's still tons of orbs left for this guy, or maybe there's more tech orbs. So I let this guy super attack, you know, you can always mix and match. But honestly, these two fit on so much categories as well, guys. So Realm of Gods, both of them can link up. Pure Saint, another rotation. Movie Heroes, rotation. Now, this guy is on Siblings Bond, while this guy is on Goku's family, so that means that they can fit onto Go Bros' leader skill as well. That's another team. And probably the team they're going to work best on would be the Bond of Master and Disciple. If you have got In Future Gohan, get them on a team on Future of Master and Disciple. Make sure you don't have a Trunk, so this guy will not transform. So this guy is always giving his passive skill, you know, the support passive. And trust me, you are just going to be cleaning up so much events so quickly. You're going to get so much personal best with this rotation. But yeah, really good, really amazing units. Like honestly, I couldn't put one over the other. I had to put them both as my number 3 slot. Maybe they'll get more teams, because honestly, the only thing that may let them down is the fact that being Super Saiyan Blue units means that they are on the road to be getting replaced. I doubt that you know, Dokkan isn't going to release better Super Saiyan Blue units, so that will be a shame when that does come. But for now, these two are so fun to run together. But that's it for number 3, and on to my number 2 choice. Okay, now on to my second choice, and honestly I wish he was my number 1, because I'm about to talk about AGL Nail. Now, you guys may not know this, but Namekians is one of my most favourite categories. I wish they would have better support, then this guy would probably be my number 1. But honestly, this guy is a monster. Let me get straight into what he does and why I love running him. Okay, so he's a Namekians category, key plus 3, HP attack and defense 150%. So if you don't have the physical Piccolo, that's fine, you can run this guy if you wish to run Namekians. I know most of you probably don't want to run Namekians, but it is what it is. Now, passive skill, okay. Attack and defense 100%, that is, you know, that's solid for non-DFE. You know, that's what some DFEs have when they start out, that's okay. But now look at this. So, he has that, and he also attack and defense 100% and reduces damage received by 10% up to 77%. Less HP remaining, the greater reduction, when there is a Piccolo on the team. Now, you will always have this guy linked up with a Piccolo. I will go into his links into a second, but that is ridiculous. This guy takes up to no damage. His super attack, he's infinitely stacks attack and defense. So again, stacking defense, damage reduction, up to 200% defense and attack. This guy takes nothing. And him and the physical transforming Piccolo is such a fun rotation to have. Like, I don't know what event can probably take them down. They are just so good. I'm going to go into his links now. I will show it on the link website. But look at these links. So his links are the best. I mean, he has the Namekians. Hero, you know, could be a bit better. Like, he doesn't share links with many people, but obviously you're going to have him linked up with the Piccolo anyways. 5 links shared, that's 2 key, what is that, like 25% attack, 20% defense. They didn't even need this, dude. They did not need this. They are just such a good rotation. And recovering 5% HP every turn does add up, I guess. But the main thing now is this rotation, these two guys. If you take a Piccolo lead and you take these into a rotation into the legendary Goku event, you will no item it, dude. Like, you get the rotations going, maybe these guys, maybe the other rotation, maybe physical Vegeta with Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Easy no item for the legendary Goku event. Like, it's not even funny. It's just so good. This guy is just such an amazing. He's got an amazing super attack as well. It looks amazing. Any chance I get to run him, like, obviously I don't have much chances because Namekians, you'll have him linked up with the physical Piccolo, and if you ever do put him into the Namek Saga category, I know it's a really underused category, but maybe it does get support in the future, like I said before. We may get a new Piccolo card from there that would fit on there, because this guy is really good, but as a free-to-play unit, you know, they don't make free-to-play units the strongest, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's amazing, and trust me guys, this unit still has got a lot of life left in him, because a bit of his passive I didn't mention is he launches an additional super attack and all attacks become crits when there is a wicked bloodline category enemy. Now, at the moment, this passive is just being put on sleep, but trust me, when we get that legendary Freezer event, or when harder modes come out with maybe a cooler boss or like Freezer boss, maybe there'll be an infinite Dragon Ball history stage with all like most malevolent clan units. This guy is going to rip them to shreds. This guy in the Age of Bardock, you know how it is. But honestly, I can't wait to use him more. At the moment, I have, like, I'm not just putting these lists of my favourite if they're rainbowed. Like, majority of the other ones I've shown have all been rainbowed. But this guy, I have no dupes in. So I'm not just putting, like, oh, if I think they do higher numbers with their rainbows, I don't pay much attention to the ones that don't have much dupes in that. It's got nothing to do with that. Because this unit, solid unit. If you have got a Piccolo to run in with, just give it a try. See the tankiness out for yourself. And it is a ton of fun. But now I'm going to move on to my number one. And number one is kind of surprising for some of you, but I will explain why he is my number one in a second, guys. Okay, here we are at my number one choice. And this may be a massive surprise to some of you, but maybe not to a lot of others. But physical Super Saiyan Gohan, I don't know why he has teen in the name, but yeah, this guy is my favorite non-DFE at the moment, guys. And let me explain, a lot of you may be confused, but first of all, let me go into what he does. He's a sub-leader for movie heroes, not most people use him, most people do have the ATL Gogeta and stuff, but causes supreme damage, lowest enemy attack, yeah, not too impressive, but this is what makes this unit one of my most used. He is my most used non-DFE unit in the entire game, and I will get into this. Basically, look at this. So he gives category allies for movie heroes Ki +2 and 40% attack and defense. What? Have you seen how high that is? Now, he himself, attack and defense 100% raised. There is a movie boss's category enemy, Devil's Rampage, but you know that does come in handy. Sometimes, you know, I'm not going to discredit that. That comes in handy quite a lot. Now, you must be thinking, is that it? Like, why is this guy my favorite? Now, there is one reason why this guy is my favorite. Now, if I go onto his links, there is a particular unit he links up with that is broken, and that is the LR Gohan and Goten. Now, LR Gobos, I don't need to explain it here how they're one of the strongest units in the game, and sharing this much units, so this much links with the strongest unit, well, one of the strongest units in the game, is incredible. He's giving them what, 40% attack, 1 key, so altogether that's 80% attack and 3 key. Oh my god, this unit, I would not put this unit as high in my tier list for LRs if it was not for this guy. Wherever you can run this guy can be put. This rotation, if you like, I don't know, if you got Gobos, more than likely you've tried this rotation, but if you haven't, it just makes Gobos a whole nother unit. Gobos destroy everything. Any team, Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Movie Heroes, Goku Family, Sibling Bonds, Super Saiyans, any of those teams, I just have to run this rotation. Like, I can't bring myself not to do it. It'd be a waste of a slot. It'd be me just wasting damage. It's just too much. And because of that, because I use this so much, this guy is my number one. Now you must be thinking, oh, is that just it, just for one LR? Not really, because he's on Super Saiyans, he's on Movie Heroes, and you know what that means? Super Saiyans, who's a Super Saiyan and a movie hero? Bombku. So yeah, he gives like, what, I think I can find Bombku on here. Where's good old Bombku? So what is that? 25% attack, 1 key, that's 3 key, and 65% attack to the new unit that just came out in Global. And oh my god, this guy just goes amazing on any of his teams. Like, putting him on float on the movie heroes, even for the AGL Gogeta and the Strength Gogeta, is just too incredible. Majin Buu Saga doesn't fit much on there, as I said, just with Gobros on main rotation. Floats on the other ones if there are movie heroes on, but yeah, that is it, guys. This guy, maybe kind of disappointed last one, but honestly, I use this guy so much, like every single day, at least twice, 3 times. I couldn't not put him as my number 1, if I have to say that, but I mean, hopefully, I do want Nail to be my number 1. He just needs a bit more, like, units in the Namekian category or the Planet Namek category or something like that. But yeah, that is my list, guys. Let me know what your list is in the bottom. Do you agree with my list? Obviously, you probably don't, because this is just opinionated. Everyone's got different ones. You may come in and say, oh, Tech Raditz is your most favourite, and I can't complain with that. You could say Salza, like the Cooler Armor Squadron's your favourite, you know. Everybody has different units that they love to run in this game. Because you don't have to run the one that gives the highest numbers. I mean, everyone's got a team that hit high. But sometimes, you know, you want to use teams that you like, not particularly the most optimal teams. And yeah, using Gobos is what I like to do. Okay, so thank you for watching. This has been a long video. And if you have stayed until the end, bloody hell, I don't believe it. But please like and subscribe, and I stream every day on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/KizandDokkan, and yeah, I'll see you next time for the next Dokkan video. Thank you guys, in a bit.